different.
That's a week you've been waiting for them.
Did you find out how much money they made at the art exhibition?
Fantastic.
Okay.
Something in the region of 5,500.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
That's-
good.
that's-
To the art exhibition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't go there.
I've got to collect, I left Leanne with some raffle tickets and I forgot to collect them. Did you sell any? Because if you did, you'll have to give the money back.
No, I don't think we did because we don't get we very few people.
We're lying.
Two a day if we're lucky.
Are we likely to have anyone else?
Is John
No.
coming?
Oh, John, mate.
John,
Jill's not, is she?
No.
no. Well, we can start because if John is a few minutes late, he'll still be here in time, won't he? Okay, the apologies, we've got Jill, haven't we? And hopefully John will arrive. And can I ask at this point, we are still a committee member missing, aren't we? Is that correct? Or I thought we were.
Jill replaced.
Yeah, no, I think at the council meeting, we asked and nobody put their name forward.
So we are, but
Yeah.
we said we've got enough.
Yeah,
Fine.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
if anyone expresses an interest
Yeah.
to go along,
Yeah.
we can consider.
Yes, we
it.
are, yes.
Okay, any declarations of interest? I think we might all have to declare an interest on the Days Field one, although I don't think that's anything to be concerned about, but also the application for the signage on the front of on the railings. Yeah, so guess we can note that.
Yep.
Then we've got the minutes. Is everyone happy with the last minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah. I will sign those at the end. It's okay. Then we've got outstanding actions. I've got from last month we asked the office to contact the London Street Cafe neighbours to
Oh, yes.
see if they were happy with how things had progressed. We got an update on that.
I spoke briefly to Leanne yesterday and that hasn't been, not been able to do it at the moment.
Right.
Short staff, so.
Okay. Can we keep that on the
Mhm.
agenda? Because I must admit, I went in there, they've opened up again after they've done so. And it looks very nice in there.
It's busy.
Yeah. And they've done the flu up, so
It's just not too bad in street scene, does it?
so
Probably not.
yeah. But I understand they're not doing dinners yet, so it would be interesting to get some feedback from the neighbours.
Yeah.
Well, when I went in, a lady who I believe must be the manager asked me how to go about getting her premises license, so I
Right.
directed her through that. So, because you've got to have that to have a dinner license, you've got to have a
Yeah.
license to sell alcohol.
Yes.
Do so
Yeah.
you need, haven't you?
Yeah.
How that will go down.
Unless
Well, we don't know.
do
Bring your own. Yeah. Lots of people do it. So
Yeah, they do.
particularly as there's no profit in selling alcohol
No,
anymore.
no.
Okay. I don't think there's any other actions down. So we haven't got any members of the public, so we'll move on. We haven't got any other related issues from non-councillors. So then we're on to notifications of decisions and information. I want to just go through each of these, not spend any time, but just to make sure, as there's a lot of them, and there's a lot of them deal with conditions, I think it'd be a good idea just to make sure everybody knows what they entail. So the first one's 70.1, that's the on Days Field, and that the conditions 11 and 18 refer to the materials palette. So they've got pictures on there, basically red bricks, rendering and tile colours. There's a slate grey and a pantile colour. Okay, then 70.2. There's quite a few conditions to discharge on here, but some of them refer to lighting. There were concerns that they make sure that they don't have lighting that disturbs birds and things. There were also issues about bird boxes being the right type. And also one of the conditions which I thought was important to flag up was that Highways had lodged an objection because they're putting part of the plans puts a footway along the front of the Rookery farm. So it's a short section that goes from the site entrance along to where Boxes Lane starts, just along the front of the property. And they were the plans had shown a 1.2 metre footway, and they've said Highways have said it should be 1.8, which is quite wide, isn't it? So I'm assuming that we don't have to do anything because Highways are insisting on it being 1.8 wide.
If we look one day, perhaps we can get all these bits of footway joined together.
Yeah, I think there's one of the things I'd like to do on the neighbourhood plan, which we'll come to, is to actually have a list of all the places that need joining up, so that we've got something to refer to when we get the chance to get some funding. Okay, so then we've got 70.4. This is on the Able site, the west of Brandon Road.
Then you got 70.3 first.
Yeah.
I missed that. Yeah, sorry, I've missed that. Yeah, okay. The old school, I don't know if anyone's looked at this, but this condition 8 is to do with Highways as a condition to make sure that they sort out traffic access onto the site while they're doing the work. Which seems quite important, but there seems to be a bit of argy-bargy as to the details on the plans, but whether that's holding it up at the moment, I don't know. Okay, so 70.4, this is the fencing between the back of the houses that have already been built and the new shops that are being built.
Yeah.
And they're asking as a non-material amendment to increase the height of the fencing from 1.8 to 2.4. I guess they're now, the people in the houses are now getting the concerned. A few of them. Okay.
While you're on that one, I didn't
Yep.
go further because you asked me about
Yeah.
why they went from 4 units plus the mini market to 6 units. Well, I can't get any further with that one.
No.
Whether it's because 2 of those units are going to be joined together as 1 unit, or
Yeah.
they'll find a way around that one somehow, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what we originally objected because more shops would affect the town centre, but I suppose there is an argument that if they're not increasing the footprint, it's still the same floor area that they've got permission for. But we'll keep an eye on it, I guess. Right, okay. Then we've got this one. I couldn't. The 70.5 application for approval of the open space scheme for the 106 agreement, land west of Brandon Road. When I tried to pull that up on the site, it just gave me a blank page. I don't,
I've been getting that as well,
Yeah.
not that particular one, but some of the others.
yeah. So, I mean, without being able to see it, I don't know whether is it possible for you to see if you could pull that up? Because I would like to see whether you have the same problem.
But regardless, it's obviously the right amount of open space. Regardless, we've said that we won't be taking any on again
Yeah,
on the. Well, that's part of our policy now, isn't it?
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know what they're, whether they are only saying this, looking for approval for what they have got.
Yeah, there's nothing in there, look,
No,
you know.
right, okay. Is everyone happy with that then, that whatever the agreement or whatever scheme they have, we're happy with it?
I'm going to ask that they have some play areas within their open space.
Well, I think we better ask, would you be able to contact Breckland and just ask them if we could have sight of whatever the scheme is,
Yeah,
and tell them that we can't get anything on the website?
Yep.
And perhaps you could if you get something from them, perhaps you could send it round.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah, will
Yep.
do,
It's
yeah.
a retirement complex, isn't it? Yet there are some affordable houses which are occupied by younger people,
yeah.
so.
They've got a bit of everything on there. haven't they?
Yeah.
I would be interesting because I did speak to Paul LeGrice about what they did at Hingham or
Yeah,
what?
they've got
Yeah,
it.
Hingham,
Yeah.
and he said to me that they'd got a good arrangement that they were pleased with, where the town council didn't take it over there, but the developer Abels maintained it to start with, and then they had a management company with residents on the board to run it in the future, which I think is quite a good thing. Yeah. Okay. So then we're on to 70.6, and this was the application in the marketplace at the back of number 32, and it involved demolition of the end of the row of ancillary buildings. And I was interested because this has been withdrawn, to look at why it was withdrawn. It doesn't say, but there are two points in there which I thought were interesting. One is that there was a highways objection to the footpath being closed up.
Right.
And I don't know whether that made any difference, but highways said that they would insist on the footpath being kept open.
Which footpath, you're talking about the one between there and the rest of the site?
It runs from Whitsands Road.
Yeah.
Through Hollywell.
Through Hollywell Gardens.
Through to the back,
Yeah.
but it runs through to the back of the
Yeah.
property. And
But that's not a public, it's just a residents only.
no, it's a public.
Well, they kept that locked and
Yeah.
the residents, I had keys for that.
Yeah, I think somebody from the office went down
We couldn't get through.
No.
Yeah.
and didn't highways or someone come out and tell them
They had to open it, yeah.
to keep it open.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that needs keeping an eye on whether they
Yeah.
are keeping it open or not.
Yeah, I might have a look when I go past there from time to time. The other thing was the last comment from the Andrew Gayton about demolishing the particular end building was, he said that they would consider the harm to be less than substantial harm, which is not a very high category, but also said that they would still need to weigh up what benefit there would be from demolishing it as to whether that outweighed. So I thought that was of interest, but whether they'll come back with another scheme, I don't know.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I think the detrimental side of it would be, because that would make that a rat run through. You'd be able to go through from Holywell Gardens right the way through there, through the front, where Williams are at the front, and come out onto the marketplace if that wasn't there. But now you can only go down through Holywell Gardens down to where what I call the old barn bit down the bottom there. But if you had that gone, you could virtually do a link through, and I think that would be detrimental.
Well,
Not a good idea.
yeah, but we'll wait and see. And then the 70.8, that's quite simple one. We had no objections to that, just a change in from a lean-to to a pitched roof, Lee Warner Road. And then 70.9, this is Dave's Field again, and this is an amendment to the site layout. But the little phase 2, where they've got 5 bungalows for open market, and there's a change to the red line round the site. Apparently, because when they've actually got on site and measured it and everything, it's not the same as
See it on paper, basically. Yeah.
I wanted something to do with the little bit of what's on the corner of private there.
Yeah, well, I did wonder about that. Why on earth they didn't do some kind of deal?
Yeah, you would think they would have done, but there you go. That's up to them.
Anyway, the officers are quite happy with it. There's no loss of parking space or anything. Right. John? No, John. Right. Okay. Right. So the first one to consider is 1383 F major. And that's the potato store at Haygates at Snails Pit Farm. I don't know whether we can pull this up. Yeah.
Yeah, just look at that.
And I've noted on here the lighting policy and the biodiversity net gain and highway. Oh yes, I do. Yeah, because I was thinking about this, that I don't know whether anybody would have any objection to the principle of building a potato store, because I think as a town council, it's pretty fair to say that we're supportive of Haygates, the local employer, etc. But I think there are highway issues from the lorry, which I think is worth saying, not as an objection, but pointing out the issues we have with the local roads.
We got a picture of the actual building, because that's more. See,
yeah, there is.
Is that next door to the new building they put up 2 years ago?
Yeah.
This one? No, that's true.
The next, that,
This
the
one?
one with all the black bits on it.
This one?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, it must mean that if they're expanding, they must be pleased with.
Are they supplying Albert Bartlett potatoes? Have they got a link? Norfolk Pier. Norfolk Pier, is it? Oh, it's Helen.
Hello.
A typical farm type building, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's actually in line with the other one, isn't
can put a bunker in front of it, aren't they, and a wildflower meadow.
Yeah, so I mean,
You won't hardly see it from the road, will you?
You see it on the horizon as you're driving down Clay Road, but
yeah,
You've got large tractors and trailers and that coming in and out there all the time there, so, you know,
that's amazing in general, how much that little road carries in the
Yeah.
way of traffic, actually.
yeah. Well, I thought it was worth reminding
Mm.
the planners that even if there's only a marginal increase in traffic, it's going to be using the name of the road.
Clay Road.
Yeah, Cly Road and what used to be Tank Road, isn't it? What's that called now? The one that runs up the from London Street past the wreck.
Haspel's Road.
Aspels, yeah. Because to get anywhere north or east, you've got no choice, have you? If you're coming in and out of there. Any others?
Just highways concerns, really.
Yeah, and I mean the lighting. I mean we have a policy, don't we, about lighting in our neighbourhood plan next to the countryside, which I think is worth just putting in the comments.
All shit downlighters.
Yeah, well, it's up to them how they design it, but the idea is that it mustn't disturb the dark skies and have local birds. So, I mean, nobody's got any objections, have they? Comments, no. So you're happy with no objection, but to remind them as a comment of the issues with the local roads, and I can pull out the policy from the neighbourhood plan for the congestion and also the lighting policy.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, I may be totally wrong, but I should think in this application, they said it's the box potato store. That's probably the building which will have the empty boxes in ready for fill. So that doesn't necessarily mean there'll be a lot of extra traffic. That's just the way they've got to operate on site, isn't it?
Yeah. So it could be a comment that if there is to be extra traffic, can we remind you of the issues we have?
Using the B road, basically.
And just specify those issues.
They might bring a lot of the potatoes in through their own roads because there's several linking roads within the site itself that link up to the Stales pit. You know, from Town Farm and all.
It's just unfortunate that particular piece of road all the way along there is constant bends, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But they can go virtually right the way through to Cockney Cly on their own land. If they want to.
And probably get through to the Brandon Road, couldn't they? Across the farmland. Yeah. Okay. So if we're all right with that, and then we've got the 71.2. Although this says proposed installation of 2 number signs, the application actually says 1 sign. I don't know why that is.
Oh my God, it wants me to confirm I'm human now. I think it is. We had so much to do with this. There's one sign hanging on, and then it's the A board as well.
Okay, so
put the A board out as well.
right. Okay. Well,
so it's this.
I don't know whether we that because we have an interest in this.
Yeah, so it's from
probably
us,
right
just
to
so
comment.
no, just no, maybe.
Absolutely right. Okay. And And then 71.3, demolition of the existing police station and outbuildings for the erection of 5 residential dwellings.
They reduced the number from 7 to 5, am I right in saying? I think the original application was
Yeah, there
7.
had,
Chalets and bungalows.
Yeah,
that was withdrawn, but there was one was refused, which I think was for about 19, wasn't it? Something, a lot of units. Then the last one we looked at, I believe, was withdrawn. And it's on here. It's quite interesting to read the planning training here. Their
Planning statement.
planning statement. Thank you.
Yeah, because that gives the history, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff on there where they've considered our comments before, and looked to address them. And I looked at this and I thought there's kind of two things. There's the plans for the new housing, and there's the demolition of the police station. And I know we objected before to the demolition of the police station because they hadn't shown that there was a need to, and there was no alternative. And I don't think they've done that even now. And whether there's a requirement to do so, given that it's outside of the conservation area. And does anybody here think that there is a case for retaining it? I mean,
I think the only
No, I don't.
comment,
I don't.
the
I don't
only
think it's
was the people in the courthouse, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They made reference. to
Yeah.
that, didn't they?
yeah,
That's down to them, isn't it, to sort
I
that?
think, how long has that been empty now? 3, 4 years, something like that?
yeah.
I think it's time to go on and.
Can
get
we have
something
a
done.
layout plan?
And what it would look like. Yeah.
Helen?
Do you want to pull up
Which one
the
is it?
planning statement? If you go down, it's one with
They
a,
don't make it easy, these.
They
No,
don't
things,
now.
do they?
This one?
Well,
Location
half of
plan.
them be down the road. I mean, I've
Yeah, I
got
know.
problems with
go
this.
back up.
Oh, there it is, planning layout. This
Yeah,
one.
that's one. I'd just like to see how they're fitting them in again.
I know we're still on Haygate.
Still on Haygate.
Yeah.
No, it's not, it's just there, it's just that there's sharing. You have to find the right. This one. Is it this one?
It's not like.
No,
No.
It's Haygate.
didn't make it easy anymore.
Is that existing, is it?
Sorry, this one here. No, that's us. Bear with me. That one. Get in there.
See, it's been like that all week.
Mm.
Sometimes
There's
you
nothing in
get
there,
it,
they
sometimes
just
you
come
don't.
out blank again.
I would just like to see what the layout, because didn't we
Yeah.
have problems before, but they was trying to ram them in sort of backing on to other people in
Right,
Spinners
now
Lane.
we've got it.
These
which
are
one?
with no objection to the neighbouring bungalow.
The bottom one on there, 71.3.
Because they're bungalows and chalets.
Yeah, I've got this, this is your site layout, yeah? Accommodation plan, development plan?
The site layout.
Anything to see what they actually look like would be good.
I'd like to see the position.
There you go.
Yeah,
You got it? Yeah, good.
Oh,
That's
that's
the
it.
site, yeah.
so and the 3 buildings.
That's better actually than the original one.
Is
The
Yeah.
density has gone down tremendously, yeah.
And there's no access, they've not got any drives out onto
Spinners Lane.
Spinners Lanes, or have they?
Yeah,
There
there's,
will be.
so you've got the main access in coming out the bottom right hand,
Yeah,
south side of the site.
yeah, the main entrance.
Yeah, and then you've got access to the 2 right hand properties 4 and 5, is that?
Yeah,
That's in off the
Spinners Lane.
Spinners Lane, yeah.
Yes.
But I thought it was quite good. What they've done is they've put 2 bungalows at the front that look like the number 32.
Yeah.
And then on the 1 and 2, the properties are more in keeping with what's on
Yeah.
the Westacre Road.
Yeah.
Um,
They've got their entrances are on Westacre Road. by the looks of it.
Yeah. yeah.
Is that just a pedestrian one, I think,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I don't know.
No, yes.
Cars at the
Yes.
front.
So all vehicles would be from
They've got
Spinners Lane.
plenty of parking by the look of it there, haven't they?
Yeah.
They've got a garage and then 2 places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they are more
I,
spacious.
I think it's a lot more acceptable than the
Yeah.
original.
So nobody thinks that we should say anything about or fight to retain the police station,
No.
right? I mean, I know that seemed like something worth supporting.
Well, I spoke to planning and basically it wasn't ever used as a community building.
No,
And that's where you,
That's where you
see
get that
asset
from,
comes
isn't
in.
it?
Yeah.
Mm.
So although it looks like it could be ideal for something like that because of the
Yeah.
parking and where it is, that's not something that would be supported by the planners without having that background use. So
At the end of the day, it fits in a residential area, doesn't it? What they
Yeah.
want, they want to do.
I think the other thing, the other argument you would have against it is the fact that we've got several community use
yeah,
buildings and
But,
halls.
yeah, but it wasn't ever a community.
No,
building.
that's what I mean,
Yeah,
but
it wouldn't-
then-
you
it-
can't-
Adding
you can't
another
be-
community building, which
You can't be
we don't need.
considered as a
We don't need it,
community
we don't
asset.
really need it, and I
Yeah.
can't see. And as for it being a business hub and all that, I think that's pie in the sky.
okay. So I've got the planning history here, and it said that the application in 2023 was for 9 or 19 dwellings.
Yeah.
Following demolition, and it. Yeah, he got right. Okay, it doesn't say whether what the decision was on that, but then there was another application last year that we remember, which was withdrawn, and then the most recent one earlier this year was demolition and the erection of 9 residential dwellings, and that was refused. So I suppose that's something we've got to consider if we're now being presented with 5 that's more spacious and better designed. It is definitely more acceptable
Yeah.
to us, isn't it?
I think it's quite a nice little development. I would have no objections.
And any comments about it being next to the conservation area? I mean, the fact that the buildings that they're proposing do conform with what's adjacent to them, it's not going to be something that we're going to say in the future that really harms the conservation area, are we?
No, because most of the buildings in that area were 1950s upwards, weren't they?
Yeah.
They're not really
Yeah.
less old properties. So
There's been no objection at all, or no paperwork for number 32, has there? Could see.
I think there was
There was only one from the courthouse, I think.
that obviously was from neighbours.
Because they were saying that it's going to be close to their bedroom windows.
Yeah.
Not that,
Yeah,
which is the courthouse.
yeah,
It's that particular,
yeah,
it's that number 2, I think, wasn't it?
yeah. So they've basically mentioned the overlooking and also the loss of the hedge and also the demolition, the impact of
They
demolition.
made reference to that.
Yeah,
That's going to be a problem, isn't it? But the nice thing about it is there's quite a lot of green space on that side as
Yeah.
well.
The net has been a net
yeah,
diversity
Yeah,
gain. hasn't it?
Yeah,
yeah.
I think it's been well done.
So do you think we haven't got any objection, but we do need to comment on the demolition overlooking and retaining the hedge at the rear,
Yeah.
which I'm sure these will be sorted out, but I think we need to make sure that we comment on those. So
What have we said about the demolition then?
well, that there will be an issue that they need to deal with in their demolition plan.
Yeah, well, that comes automatically, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, but I think it would be good to show the neighbours that
We're the same.
all round there that we recognise it as a potential issue.
There's an awful lot of concrete in that building.
Yeah, yeah,
I think the biggest thing they're going to have to sort out is the join the tunnel between the old court and that.
Yeah, that's got to be chopped off, isn't it? Yeah. And also the radial masts, whether they're still currently in use or not. But that's not, at the end of that, it's not up for us to comment on that, is it?
so are we happy with no objection?
No objection.
Yeah, and then some comments.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so that's all the applications. There aren't any extra ones, are there? So now, can we do fit the neighbourhood
Yeah,
plan
yeah.
thing in? Should we do that next?
Yeah.
So, we've got to, just to quickly consider putting a recommendation forward following our neighbourhood plan meeting with Rachel Leggett. I think we got out of the meeting that those that were there that we thought that it would be valuable for us to continue go through the process of reassessing the neighbourhood plans. Yeah, and I strongly feel that there will be some benefits to us. So unless anyone's got any adverse comments to that, bearing in mind that it will cost the count, we will have to bear some cost, which I think we're looking at 16,000 over 2 years.
It's basically 15,800. Well, I've gone to Breckland for their grant and I don't really get their grant process. It says you can apply for a grant, but it looks like that closed in 23. So I've gone to Breckland and asked them and I haven't really got an answer. So I'm going to apply for £5,000.
Yeah,
I just need you to sign it when I
Yeah.
do it.
yeah,
I think they'll say no, but I've said to him, does this mean, you're saying it's open till 26, but does this mean that although it says we have to spend it by then, can we still? And she said, here's your webpage, which I've already looked at. So I'm just going to apply for it
Yeah.
and see what happens.
Yeah.
But I personally don't think we will get it,
yeah,
but you never know. We haven't
It's
had,
worth it.
we didn't have it last time, did we?
Yeah.
Not in this, before 21. We're within time to have
Yeah.
another go. So I'm just going to apply.
I think it's important to do it regardless of whether we get it or
Yeah.
not.
But this is going to go to full council.
yeah. But
in
I,
November. We've already paid for the first stage,
Yeah.
which worked out about 1,400, I think we
Yeah.
said.
and I thought that was quite a valuable link. And I'm quite happy to do a presentation at full council
Which I'll put
and
on.
highlight
yeah,
the
Yeah.
benefits.
So we're not looking for the full 16,000 because you've already paid one. You already approved to spend 2,000, I think it was, up to.
Yeah.
So you're looking at a bit less than that, but hopefully in the meantime, I might have an answer about the grant.
Yeah.
Okay, you never know, things might change in the meantime, but if it's spread over 2 years, it's not a huge amount, and I think it would, I think a lot of things can be strengthened.
With the sill, I think it's so important, so
Yeah.
I think we will end up with sill,
Yeah,
definitely,
think-
with
yeah.
pollution.
so we'd be in a good position.
Yeah.
then. Okay, so are we all happy that we
Take that to
recommend
full council.
to? Yeah.
Definitely.
Good, right. So then we're on to Crocus Homes, regarding taking on open spaces on the north of Spall Road, which is the one they haven't started on yet. I think it's pretty a done deal. We've told them that we don't want to take on the management of the open spaces, and it looking at the paperwork as if Breckland have kind of queried it, haven't they? For the 106, does it?
That's what I
agree
think,
with
yeah.
what I think, yeah. So I think it's just a matter of confirming to them that Swaffham Town
take them
Council
on,
don't
yeah.
want. And I had a look at the site this morning, and there's not really any of it, because you might have thought, well, there's some of it adjacent to Orford Road. Could there be some benefit of some of it? And I don't think there isn't, is there? It's not. It's a straight no, we don't want to take it on. But could we mention to them that we would like to see their management company with resident representation on it? Because I think
That's
it's
a
a
good
good
idea.
Yeah.
Very good idea.
They might be doing it anyway,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah,
well,
because it looks like they're going to be looking to build in other areas. So, you
Yeah.
know, to get the
Yeah.
right from the set off.
Yeah.
But when they come to the next set of areas,
Yeah.
you know, I think-
Yeah. And when you send that, if you speak to them, or maybe in the same letter, could you ask them? Remember last time we spoke to Crocus, we asked them about trimming the hedge on the right up by the bypass on the next land site.
Yeah, I
they're
know,
looking at.
yeah.
And they said they were going to have a word with De Merck, and I'd be interested to see whether they had any joy.
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay, 20-mile-an-hour speed limit order under 74 stroke 25. I didn't quite get this. What the scope of this?
I think the ones around Abel's is just saying that they're going to be 20.
Yeah,
And I think it's just finalising and telling us that that's happening, and have we got any more comments on it?
yeah. Which,
And I think it was just, basically, it was just that I put it on the agenda
Yeah.
because I thought you should know, but it's just basically a notification as such.
we don't need
No,
a decision or anything.
no, it's
So,
just,
and that's the whole of that swamp
Yeah,
nest. Isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
And the other one that was in the emails was other sites in Swaffham.
Yeah.
Is that have I got that right? That there was
The full list of roads that was.
yeah.
it's not road, not sites, it's roads, wasn't
No,
it?
it's- yeah.
But mainly around the marketplace.
Highways.
Yes, it did. I think
Yeah.
it's just again a notification of this is what's happening, and it's all gone through the process.
Yeah, so again, they're not
No,
asking for
They're not
comments.
asking for anything, no.
Right.
The marketplace was supposed to be 20-mile-an-hour years ago, but I think this is making it more official, isn't it?
Well, and it looks as if they're extending.
It's extended, no, it already is.
From
It's
London
20,
Street
it's just-
almost
yeah,
up to,
Yeah, it's the
the
extension,
yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
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 Right, good. So, then we're on to the CPRE membership renewal.
Yeah, it's a year ago since
Yeah.
you joined. Are we happy to renew?
Yeah.
Well, I think we get access to really good.
Yeah.
They've got a meeting coming up in Deer. If you see that, let's,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm hoping to go.
yeah.
It's a drop-in thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just wanted it minuted that we'd all approved and we'll.
No,
No,
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
worthwhile for what it is.
Did
Yeah.
everyone get the Norfolk County Council brochure yesterday about
Yeah.
reorganisation? I got one in my
No,
postbox. Did you
Yeah,
not
I've
get
got
one?
mine,
You
yeah.
got yours,
Yeah.
yeah. What they,
no,
yeah. Did you not get one at the town hall line?
get one.
Well, I,
That's a very in-depth
yeah, oh, yeah.
appraisal of what they want to do.
Mainly about they're wanting the one tier, isn't it, really? That's
Yeah.
the main gist of it.
I'll bring you a copy in there.
How much it's going to, how much in their opinion it's going to save and all this sort of thing. But it does mention that the parishes and towns will get a lot more responsibility,
Mm.
which
which means the
Neighbours
neighbours.
was one of the things that
we-
mentioned.
More,
Yeah.
Yeah, we,
and the other thing was what I can't remember exactly how the wording went, but something about something
So you finished the meeting?
yeah, we'll,
Yes, we don't.
sorry, yeah, we'll, if we, agree the date of the next meeting, which is 25th of November, 11 AM.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we'll call this to a close.
Yeah, no, I just want to mention on the other thing they mentioned is that there will be some sort of they were talking about having some like subgroups or assemblies for things closer to home sort of thing, weren't they, in that?
Well,
So I
think
don't know
we'll
how
need
that,
District councillors, won't we? That's why, and I think they're wanting
yeah,
maybe some representatives, but
yeah.
I have gone to Breckland and asked about the 2 acre land,
Mhm.
and I've also asked about that yard on Beers Lane, because I do think
Mhm.
if we're taking on more, we've got nowhere to store anything really at the moment. And he said, Ralph said he would take it to be considered, so.
Where's that, on Bears Lane?
Behind the gas place.
Yeah,
isn't it?
you picked it up at a council meeting, so that's a cow park meeting.
It's off of
It's a-
Bears Lane.
Is that where the old cattle grid used to be?
Yeah. It's off Bear Lane, behind where the gas place is, right in the corner.